party people. So this has been a long time coming and my lashes don't look too great, but I have just got back from holiday and I just think if I don't do this now when I am in the mood to do it, then it will never get done. And sometimes you just gotta... Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. At this moment in time, I don't even know what I'm going to do, but around this time of year, the whole makeup realm gets super creative. And so I'm just going to jump on in here. I need to brush these bad boys first. So this morning I watched these makeup tutorials from Brandy, who basically has edibles and then she does makeup tutorials. Now I've got no edibles, but this is just gonna be me with nothing but the joy of the Lord. So we're just gonna prep the skin. So I'm using the New Skin pH Balancing Toner. Now I've just got back from Bulgaria. My skin is played up because it basically knows it's back in London. So it's like, wait, I just need to turn off this heater. Oh my gosh. I just had to ignore the Monster Munch that I just saw by my radiator because I'm trying to eat healthy. Guys, I can't believe we haven't even started yet. This one is medium beige. This is also from New Skin. This is the brand I work for. The Advanced Tinted Moisturiser. The reason I love this is it's not as heavy as foundation. So your skin's not like... I'm also going to add this luminescence. I wouldn't recommend buying this because it's freaking expensive. But it's called Glow Activator Aqua Essence. I literally don't know what that means. This I basically mix in. Some people say that you should always put this on with your brush. You can. It doesn't really make much difference. Sometimes you can buff over with it brush. Buff over it with a brush. Buff over it. Sorry, I actually can't speak English. It's because I've been in Bulgaria for so long. Did I mention I went to Bulgaria? Now, don't be worried if you are like me and you got a big ass 5 head. We will do some contour techniques a little bit later on. So I've got some gold bits. I feel like a gold look. Oh, guys, I don't know. So for the cracks, I'm going to be doing this congealed looking MAC lip liner that I'm going to just sharpen for aesthetic purposes. That's looking a little bit more sexy. So let's just take some cracks. I feel like the forehead has a lot of space. Guys, I just had such a good idea. Let's do like a golden brain. This is a great makeup look if you have bad skin, because we're just gonna put glitter on it. Oh, one more there. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I should have contoured before this. Totally ignore the step that I just did and do it after. I'm gonna start with this Guerlain. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that. This is a really nice makeup brand. It's for the older ladies, I think, like a little bit more mature and sophisticated. You can see some matte, some shimmer, some kind of sparkle elements, and you've got the kind of pinky peachy tone, so that I feel works best with my skin. This is like one of my darker bronzers, and I use a slanty brush. Personally, I find bronzer is the hardest thing to perfect, but generally with a makeup, the rule is so long as you can blend it out, you can plop it on however you like. This is my weak cheekbone. Take my weak cheekbone. Basically, if you've got a big forehead, just, oh my gosh, this that light is doing no favors, honey. We just carry on making that 5 head a 3 head. With the contour thing, I think of it like Neapolitan, but with an added caramel. So I do the chocolate, then we do the caramel, and then we do the strawberry, which is like the pinky or orangey blush, whichever you prefer, and then you do the highlight, which is the cream. So if you think about it as almost like a transition, and you blend it out until you get to the top of the cheekbone. I don't know if this is very good for aesthetic, but now we need the strawberry, aka our blush. So I'm just going to use this Clarins a little blush in 02 Soft Peach. So think of strawberry and apple. So the strawberry goes on the apple of your cheek, and the apple of your cheek is these little round bits when you smile. We can redeem some of that by taking our translucent powder. Excuse me. The places that I put the brown stuff are the places that I want to reduce. So the top of my forehead, the hollows of my cheeks. Where I put the white stuff is where I want to enhance. And this just means that if you've got a bit of a wonky face, like we all do, I promise you no one's face is completely symmetrical, then this just helps to rebalance it, because you're taking the same line from either side. And you've got one two-pack cheekbone, one biggie small cheekbone, then you can even them up. Doing makeup is a long thing. It's a long thing, okay? Guarantee you owe yourself a snack. I'm using the remnants of what's left of my New Skin concealer. This one is, I think this is the darkest one, which is a real pooper scooper, because the UK New Skin does not actually have dark colours, but hopefully in the next year or so they will actually wake the frick up and realise it's 2019. Yes, glow, glow. We're just gonna leave that to bake as well. I can't show you this next step because this is empty. So I just got my bathroom moisture mist. That's right, I have 2 moisture mists generally on the go. But basically it's got aloe vera in. It's pretty much the same as Max Prep and Prime. Really good to fix the makeup. Also great to prime the skin. Great throughout the day, on top of makeup, with makeup, without makeup, it doesn't matter. It just hydrates your skin. But just for the sake of the everyday, just spraying the mist on my face helps to like set that powder. Monster Munch, endorse me. I'm just gonna go over these lines again. What does a brain look like? Like, you know, like they're kind of like bobbly, hobbly, bobbly like this. Well, I think you can see that that's some sort of brain thing coming out. So now I'm going to be using NYX SFX Creme Color. You can't get this in every NYX, but I really love these because they are cheap. And I saw this gold one and I was just like, I need that. I don't know why, I just need the gold. And we're just going to paint on gold. I think this is relevant for right now. I'm gonna become a little bit more serious. I think that, like, especially in a time where, you know, mental illness has become such a presence. And yes, it's great to have health awareness. It's also really important not to get locked or caught in that trap of label these disorders so willingly, because you're not your disorder. The disorder is something separate from you, and it's something that you have the power to overcome. I really do believe in the power of the mind, and it's something I struggle with myself, so I'm not saying this is something you can click your fingers with. We are these fantastical, incredible creations, and we were made to live our best lives. I truly believe that. I don't believe we were put on this earth to live in fear of our own mind and how it processes information. Like, something's, you know, gone wrong there. So I think that this is really my little ode to a world without these problems, a world where we are not afraid of ourselves, that we understand the power of our minds and we use it to help the world rather than allow, you know, a toxic thinking pattern to deter us from living our best realities. Okay, so now we're gonna just fluff off the rest of the powder. Okay. Guys, I've just been looking at these brains and they're so ugly. Ooh, brains. I mean, this is kind of like avant-garde at this point, so don't worry if you're not really emulating the human anatomy perfectly. I think we're gonna just make these cracks a little bit more believable. So I'm just gonna do some kind of wiggly wormy lines. Yes. So just do little dancey legs. Some brain cracks. I want to make those lines a little bit more believable. So I'm going to grab a makeup palette. So this makeup palette I really like because it's all neutrals. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I want a little blending brush like this. I'm just going to take these kind of darker brown colours just because they go well with the skin tone. Now I'm going to stay on one side of the line, generally underneath. This is going to create the kind of illusion of like a shadow. I'm just making sure to put all of these lines right into the hairline just to make it look more realistic. Do you know what this reminds me of? Mulan. So now I'm going to take some of these lighter colours and just blend them out. Okay, so I have this CO eyeliner marker pen. It's got like these little weird spikes, which I don't really understand. I'm also a bit hesitant to use CO because they took about 1 million years to pay my friend who did a shoot for them. Her tag is @BlueSpit. Her work is amazing, go check it out. But this will have to do, Shingi, I'm sorry. Guys, the more I'm adding, I just keep being reminded of this video of that girl that's like adding more makeup and she's like, do you like me now? Okay, so I got this from a dress-up shop like years ago. I'm just gonna sharpen the edges, dot the T's, cross the I's, all the other way around. So I'm just gonna take the purple, this dark purple colour, just because it's slightly closer to the black shade, and deepen some of these areas. So guys, I'm getting pretty bored now, so I'm just gonna start on the rest of my face. You know, I'm a human. I can't do this all the time. It's time consuming. My Monster Munch is finished. So I'm just gonna go over with this gold on my lips now, just because my top lip is a little bit on the skinny side. I'm just gonna do a little bit of liner with that same one that I used for all the lines. You can see how much I overline my lip. So I'm just gonna blend it out with my lip liner. And then I'm going to take a bit of concealer and my concealer brush. And just draw a line just to correct those corner edges. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Somewhere in my life there is an Urban Decay primer. I'm gonna have to use the Eden one. Helps it last longer during the day. It helps you blend it. Helps the colour and pigment come out deliciously. I'm just going to go in with my favourite all-time eyeshadow. This is Riff from Urban Decay. It is the best transition colour for me. So if in doubt, just keep blending, blending, blending. Guys, I kind of regret not doing the mermaid right now. I'm also going to close the eye off here. And just do a little bit in like a C shape. And then I'm going to take a little bit under the bottom half. I'm not going to do a cut crease. I'm going to keep it really, really basic. I'm just going to use Chopper. This is a nice little coppery, sparkly kind of shade. I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And we're just going to take NYX's Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. I've been using this for my eyeliner. So with eyeliner, I start from about 3/4 of the way in. I don't normally start right in the inner corner because sometimes it can be tempting to make a really, really big flick when you start from so close to the center. And then a brush, this brush is from NYX, it's the best one I've personally found. The way I do a flick is I drag it from the natural line that goes, you can kind of see the dent there. I basically follow that line, and then on top I try and get the line as straight as possible. So as to not mess this up, let me just show you. And get right up on that lash line, get nice and close and comfortable. I'm gonna go in with that purple again. I'm just gonna do that in the corners on each side. We're gonna take Riff again and just blend it. Finally, this is the main thing I actually wanted to show today. This little gadget is my new color brow kit. I'm just gonna go in with the lighter color. Generally, I start on the inside corner like this. And I draw a line underneath before I start flecking out, creating the illusion of little hairs. I don't do the square look, I just basically fleck it up. And then I'm going to go in with a dark color, and I basically dip dab between them to create the arch shade. And then I'm just taking the dark because I think the dark's a really nice conclusion to that little beauty slug. This is just my brow growth gel, but it also helps position and style and hold those brows up in place so you can get that really feathered look. So I'm gonna do the other brow and then wax some lashes on, and I will be back. Guys, my room looks like a freaking bomb site right now. But we're coming to the end. Ugh. Now, I'm just gonna conclude with a little bit of highlightios. I'm gonna take this Revolution little trio, just because it's super gold. I'm gonna put that on the cheekbones and then a little bit on my nose bridge, like so. I just remembered that we were kind of fooling around with this gold string at the very beginning. I just want to put it somewhere like it's coming out of my brain and like into my something. I'm just going to use the Duo Lash Glue. I'm just going to get a little brush to paint the glue on the string. Like so. This is a lot harder when you're doing this to yourself, so if you do have a friend to help you, if you lay down, this is normally the best way to do this. If you want me to get close, do you just tell me what to do? I don't want to glue this all totally down. I kind of want it to be quite 3D still, but you totally can, and I probably would say better to glue it all down for like a night out if you were doing a look like this. If you want me to get close, do you just tell me what to do? Tell me what to do. So, that's pretty much the finished piece de la resistance. I'm trying not to do anything too crazy with my head right now. Okay, now let me find a wig. I have this one. This one's cute, or the red one. What do you think, guys? This is the finished makeup look. It's only taken me half the night. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you're in a rush, but it does look quite sick. But alternatively, you could just put on a gold lipstick and do the gold string. So guys, if I am insane enough to ever do one of these again, I do hope you join in. But for now, this is my golden state of mind look.